Hello, my name is David Achey, and I'm doing a video on building the bridge as you walk on it, written by Robert E. Quinn. And I thought a great way to illustrate Quinn's book is to begin taking a look at the bridge that is being built, the Virginia Street Bridge in downtown Reno. And throughout the video, we will see some other bridges in my home away from home in San Diego, California. But every time that you see a bridge, I want you to be reminded of this book, of this video, and whether or not you are staying in a normal state of leadership or transforming yourself and working your way to become a better person in the fundamental state of leadership. And Quinn outlines 8 different practices that help move you and transform you to this fundamental state of leadership. I like reflective action. Perhaps it's my age. It's like doing this video. If I wanted to stay in the normal state, I'd write a paper, stretching myself, trying new things, going back to school, moving towards a fundamental state of leadership. But reflective action, my actions, and how do I reflect on those actions, modify my behavior, learn from my past, prepare for the future, develop a purpose, change the organization by changing myself. So as we watch this video and we see the completed picture of the Virginia Street Bridge, I hope you enjoy the video and get a better understanding of Quinn's book. There is the final product of the downtown Virginia Bridge. And as I was recording the video for this, I was reminded of the complexity and how much work goes into building a bridge. And very similar to Quinn's book, transforming yourself from the normal state of leadership to the fundamental state of leadership requires a lot of effort. It just doesn't happen overnight. And as I reflect over the years of management experience that I was fortunate to have over the past 25 years, I look at different situations, and after reading this book and classifying it to normal state versus fundamental state, or my background was transactional leadership to transformational leadership, or being more focused on myself and my needs and my goals, and I could justify that because of the needs of the family and trying to be ambitious and trying to grow and develop. But there was also another part of me, and that was helping others. And I look back at my career and teaching skiing, and whenever I was on my skis was an opportunity that I could engage with others. And just as building a bridge, and when you have that connection, then people can follow. And that's, in my experience, how I actually got involved with management in the leadership, was being able to build bridges, connections with other people. And through our lives, just as we look at Interstate 8 here, we build many bridges throughout our career and throughout our lives and connections, and moving from, how do we move from being focused on ourselves to being focused on others? How do we get involved with volunteerism? Being involved with Rotary International for 10 years. It was an opportunity for me to help others and start focusing on others and help myself really transform to being a better person. Not knowing that, as Quinn describes, the fundamental state of leadership, and where you are focused on other people, you have a purpose, you have a vision, and you want to change an organization by changing yourself first. Letting go of the ego, letting go of the personal ambitions, and trying to give other people the tools necessary for success as we continue to grow. I'm often asked at my age, why did I decide to go back to school? It wasn't until I was working for a receivership in the last resort I was managing, as we were operating from $350,000 a year loss. In 1 year I was able to turn that around, but it wasn't enough, and we ended up going into receivership, and that was a 2.5 year process, and that triggered myself to want to make a difference and change and go back to school. And just as we look at the pier here, if we don't change, you end up being a slow death. And every time I see a bridge or the Coronado Bridge here, I realize that if we can move from that normal state to that fundamental state, that transformational state, where you have that vision, you have that purpose, you can focus on others, then you can make a significant difference. There was very few times in my career I think that I had everything going and that I would say I was in a fundamental state of leadership. But most times we stay in that normal state when we are more focused on ourselves. So as the sun sets, as we start to think and prepare ourselves for tomorrow, we want to ask ourselves, are we making the changes in ourselves so that we can change the organization in the future? Change ourselves first, look from the inside, looking out, so that we can help others change the organization, follow us, and as the day sets, a new day begins somewhere else. Thank you. And to quote Eric Clapton, one of my favorite lines, "Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself." Thank you.